An ordinary girl, a life full of simplicity. But during the Second World War, she chose a path that led her far from the light of humanity and deep into the darkness of cruelty. Wanda Klaff, a name that became a symbol of the crimes against humanity committed in Nazi Germany's concentration camps. By the age of just 24, she had been part of acts so inhumane that they are still remembered with pain and disbelief. This is the story of a simple housewife who rose to a position where her silence, her participation in violence, and her lack of empathy became a source of immense suffering for thousands of innocent people. And in the end, she had to face the consequences of her actions. Wanda Klaff. Wanda Klaff was a Nazi concentration camp guard. She was born on March 6, 1922, in Danzig, modern-day Gdansk, Poland. Her birth name was Wanda Kalasinski. Wanda completed her schooling in 1938 and worked in a gemstone factory until 1942. That same year, she married Willy Klaff and began living life as a housewife. However, in 1944, during the most brutal phase of World War II, she joined the staff of the Stutthof concentration camp as a guard in one of its sub-camps. Many prisoners accused her of abuse and mistreatment. The Stutthof camp, established by Nazi Germany in 1939, was initially meant for civilian prisoners. By 1942, it had been converted into a full-fledged concentration camp. Thousands of people in this camp were subjected to forced labor, starvation, disease, and unlivable conditions. It is estimated that between 63,000 and 65,000 people died in Stutthof and its sub-camps. On October 5, 1944, Wanda was transferred to the Russosin sub-camp, where her behavior reportedly remained unchanged. Witnesses described her as a cold and ruthless guard. By early 1945, the collapse of Nazi Germany had become inevitable. The Soviet Red Army and Allied forces had started entering German-held territories. As the Red Army approached Stutthof, Wanda chose to flee the camp. On April 30, 1945, Adolf Hitler committed suicide, and on May 7th, Nazi Germany surrendered unconditionally. The war came to an end. On June 11, 1945, Wanda Klaff was arrested by Polish authorities. She was brought to trial in Gdansk, along with 15 other camp staff members during the Stutthof Trials. They were charged with war crimes and crimes against humanity. During the proceedings, several female guards laughed and joked, showing little remorse. Wanda, too, made a shocking statement. "I am very intelligent, and I was very dedicated to my work in the camp. I struck at least 2 people every day." There was no sign of regret in her words. She was found guilty and sentenced to death. Upon hearing the verdict, some of the accused claimed innocence, while others begged for their lives. On July 4, 1946, Wanda Klaff, along with 10 other former staff members of the Stutthof camp, was publicly executed by hanging at Biskupia Gorka Hill near Gdansk. Thousands of people came to witness the execution. Some former prisoners even volunteered to assist in carrying out the justice. Wanda was just 24 years old when her life came to an end, a life that, had it been guided by compassion and empathy, might have taken a very different course. On our channel, we share stories from history, stories of people and truths that the world either has forgotten or wants to forget. Subscribe to the channel and support us. Thank you for watching.